Orleans Parish District Attorney Jason Williams accuses the Cantrell administration of failing to use funds that could have created a much-needed, robust electronic ankle monitoring program.
And this comes as the juvenile justice system faces scrutiny over lack of regulation. Ashland Brothers reports.
I refuse to accept the excuse, well, it's just New Orleans, you just have to take it. It's a joke.
A crisis that slipped through the cracks can no longer be ignored, but it comes at a cost. In the case of Christy Thibodeau, a flawed ankle monitoring system cost her her life.
We're not getting the lives lost back, but maybe it will prevent things from happening in the future.
District Attorney Jason Williams says he's working with the New Orleans City Council President Helena Moreno to come up with local ordinances and resolutions, along with some potential legislative items. Moreno says 2 years ago, the City Council appropriated $4.45 million in ARPA funds to go towards juvenile services, and found out 2 weeks ago it's still sitting there.
Incredibly frustrating. Overall, it's just irresponsible on the city side.
We have never needed investments in young people more than coming out of the pandemic. To find out now that none of it was spent is deeply problematic.
Moreno tells me back in 2021 and 2022, the city's crime commissioner told the council she would be implementing an electronic monitoring program for juvenile court, including mention of requests for proposals. She says she has copies of various articles, emails, letters, and committee meetings to prove it.
Bottom line, we need to get to the bottom of what's broken and fix it. Stop pointing fingers. Look, if it didn't work, if the commissioner couldn't get it done, well then what is it going to take to actually get it done and get it done right?
A spokesperson for Mayor LaToya Cantrell's office issued a statement late Monday night, saying in part it did not receive any response or follow-up from the juvenile legal system agencies, including the district attorney's office, regarding the desire to move forward with alternative electronic monitoring programs. But Fox 8 spoke to Mayor LaToya Cantrell in 2021 about the implementation of the program.
We have had countless meetings in regards to electronic monitoring systems. We are testing many of them out. We've been working with even juvenile court. I do support, and we will get off the ground.
Now, Moreno says the state legislative auditor has requested records related to the commissioner's budget and past work to conduct a full investigation. Meanwhile, Williams says he's waiting on a response to this letter he sent in July, asking all juvenile court judges to recall young offenders with ankle monitors to court for assessment and to take into custody anyone who violated the terms of their release, whether someone tampered with their device or went somewhere they weren't supposed to.
I absolutely think it's doable and absolutely think it's necessary.
Recent action taken by local and state leaders comes after the public outcry over the murder of French Quarter tour guide Christy Thibodeau. Police say 15-year-old Kevin Nunez was wearing a deactivated, court-ordered ankle monitor when he allegedly shot Thibodeau to death.
They're allowing them to go back out in the streets, knowing that there's no real repercussions. Orleans Parish has proven over and over again that it's incapable of getting things right.
Thibodeau's former boss and friend Brian Kane has mixed emotions regarding what he calls a reactive response to a horrific tragedy. Kane says the current system is laughable, a slap in the face to law enforcement, and its failures stem from the top down.
We all miss Christy, but ultimately she would want us to fight for justice for her so that she didn't pass in vain, and that there's some sort of accountability moving forward.
He wants accountability for the actions and inactions of everyone, from city officials to judges and attorneys to legal guardians and the kids committing the crimes.
And that was Ashland Brothers reporting. Earlier today, the city of New Orleans put out another statement saying, in part, to be incredibly clear, OCJC did not ask for this funding, and there was no conversation about whether or not we were prepared to receive it. And it went on to say, as we always do, we accepted it and have been working diligently with the Office of Youth and Families towards creating a structure to not only utilize the funds, but sustain the project far beyond our tenure. And we have this full statement on our website, fox8live.com.